All right, everybody, it is 6:03 and I'm calling this meeting to order. It's August 12th, Pawlet Public Library Board of Trustees, and I guess that's that. So, for operating norms, we will focus on agenda topics, be open-minded, respect each other, value different viewpoints, be responsive and responsible to our community with reference to the strategic plan, make decisions based on data and facts, listen to each other, be reflective, and run meetings that respect time, have concise agendas, and are transparent. And I just wanted to add, the last couple of meetings we've had a lot of like crosstalk, both in the audience and up here sometimes, and it's been a little difficult to hear like on reviewing on the videos. So I was hoping that we can kind of be mindful of that as we go. And if you need conversations in the audience, you could just take it outside if you would. Okay. Next is addition or deletion of agenda items, and we do have, I think we can adjust this agenda a little bit. The first that I have is to delete number 11, which was executive session for professional legal advice, and...
Is that number 12?
Number 11 is executive session for professional legal advice.
That's 12 on my agenda.
Okay, I have a different agenda. That's okay. Oh, okay. Thank you. Okay, because I had added the MERP projects, and I was confused why it wasn't on my agenda, so I printed this one out earlier. Sorry, everybody. So yes, number 12 to delete that. There is no update. Nothing. It's just kind of chugging along, and there's no update on that.
Do you want me to make a motion?
Well, I don't know if we've just talked about all of the things.
Right.
And then
I feel like we might...
Because it's executive session?
Okay.
I don't know how to say this.
That's all right.
I feel like we need to have an executive session at some point in the very, very near future with Jim Carroll.
Yes.
Yes.
I can request one.
Okay. So I did
Ask Corey to request one.
I did talk to him today, and he said that it's not necessary at this
Great.
time.
Thank you.
He's open to it at any point, but not necessary. So, and there are no updates on this matter.
Just to clarify, if one of the trustees has a question that they would only be able to ask in executive session, can't we request one?
Yes. Sure.
Does the request need to go through you, or do we request it ourselves?
I think it needs to go through Corey.
He prefers it to go through one person, just to not get bombarded with things, but, so, yes. Yes, I think that it will make, yes, I think that will kind of hash out. So, so this is, again, to delete, my modification is to delete number 12. And I don't know if we want to move 13 or not, because my intention was to have that in the library report to the select board, that we have the hiring committee, and that we kind of move, we kind of report to them. So, but the order, I wasn't sure if hiring committee applicants would be in the audience, and to be mindful of the time, but it seems like nobody's here for that, so that's fine. So we don't need to change that.
I'd like to amend the treasurer's report, number 6.
Okay.
I'd like to, I don't have anything to discuss or prepared to discuss about the budget update or the book sale expenses.
Okay.
I have the monies that we made from the breakdown of the monies that we made from the book sale, but I don't have a compilation of the expenses tallied, so I'd like to table that till September.
Well, I was hoping that we could approve the expenses that we talked about, for the PTO at Meadowy and those the people that we pay. because we hadn't done that.
We didn't do that?
No.
I don't have a list of those things, so wouldn't I need to do
Okay.
that?
Yeah, I think we can do some that we do know. I forgot.
I'm so sorry I'm late.
That's okay.
But I'm sorry, I think I do have that.
Oh, great.
Oh, okay.
Do you want me to stop my recording? Do you have yours recording?
Yes.
Okay.
And I can email that to you, okay?
I apologize.
No problem. We weren't sure, and so, yeah, we weren't sure.
So, what we paid last year for like payouts to people who helped, that's where we're
That's
at?
what we were talking about for in Lawrence, in the treasurer's report, we would do that. And you have that? Yeah, okay, great. So we just have no budget update on the, on that. Yep,
And I have the money that we made.
right, so we have it's estimated right now, we can kind of refine it as things come into, you know, as we get more information. Okay, so, okay, and then one more thing, and I don't know exactly where this would go. I was asked by the group that's meeting at the library to, if they are considered a nonprofit and if we would waive fees. And I hadn't looked at the rental policy, but I don't know how that works, so I don't.
No, we still charge them, but at a reduced rate.
And that's already what we are
Yes,
charging?
it's
That's-
already in
That's
our
kind of what I
policy.
thought, yeah. Okay, so that, maybe we could talk more, a little bit more when you do the library report, if you don't mind, or?
Sure.
Okay.
Do you have any, can I have some paper?
So,
Just a piece.
so those are the proposed changes to this agenda. So that is to delete number 12 and amend the treasurer's report to no budget update. Do you have a motion for that?
I'll make a motion.
Any second? No?
I'll second it.
I'm so sorry again.
It's okay.
So does this mean we're still gonna talk about book sale expenses?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we are.
Cool.
Because yes. And then, you weren't here for this earlier, but for number 12, the council has said that that is not necessary. There are no updates to the lawsuit at this time. Okay, so any more discussion on these changes? And all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay, motion carries, and we have an amended agenda. Public comment.
I don't know whether it's acceptable or not. I was wondering if we could buy 2 nice-looking brass handles for inside on the swinging doors. You know, we don't have those black things there anymore. And if we're going to use it for ADA compliance, it would be nice to have, you know, something nice looking, which I can check around and see the price on them if anybody's.
Thanks for your comment, then, yeah,
I do know what's going on with that.
Okay, but, yep,
Jessica, about Jessica.
Oh, right.
And ADA, there's going to be somebody coming through from the Planning Commission, I think is what it is, working with Jessica Van Ort to check out what's ADA compliant, what's not, and what things are needed. So that's why I put the temporary things on the door, so that later on, when the person came through, they could put something permanent there. So I wouldn't put anything permanent there right now.
So we'll wait until see what they have to say.
that
is
sounds
what-
like it.
That is what I'm saying, and that is what Jessica has told me.
Yeah.
So what, you know, where it goes from here, we'll see.
Okay, so we will wait, yes. Yeah, that makes sense.
I thought the black handles were working well. I know that somebody had gotten bumped,
A
but
couple people really liked them that I talked to.
They were
so.
temporary, and
Yeah.
Jessica wanted me to leave them there until somebody came through to look through and put something permanent there. But decisions were made within the library after I told Linda and Adele not to take them off, just scraped them off. So that's all I'm saying about that. So just leave it alone now, and then Jessica will handle it.
We'll wait for guidance from them, okay, all right. Bob? Yeah,
I had a question about, have you had any applications for the part-time director? And if not, are you going to advertise it again?
we have had several applications, yeah.
Beg pardon?
We have had several applications, yes,
Oh, good.
yeah. Thanks.
Are they pretty good? I'm just saying, you advertise again?
Well, we're going to discuss that later as a group, so but I personally feel like we had a good turnout,
Good turnout.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, I think that we'll discuss and then update the public in another open meeting, right?
Yeah, I would imagine.
So you don't feel you have to advertise for
Well,
deadline?
I think part of when we discuss we have an executive session about the employment possibilities, so that we would discuss that as a group. And then I don't know if we would come out of that and just go forward. I'm not exactly sure how this hiring committee works yet, but personally, I think that we had a lot of applicants that were good. Okay, thanks. Any more public comment? Secretary's report,
I don't have anything to report except for this.
just to approve the minutes? Okay, do we have a motion to approve the minutes for the July 1st meeting?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from the July meeting.
And the second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay. Treasurer's report.
Oh my gosh, it's me already?
It is, it's right up front.
So I think I had a breakthrough with technology today, and I should be able to get the warrant to everybody sooner next month. It's been challenging because I only have a Macintosh that does not have a USB drive at home to work with, and to even like try to figure out how to email from the computer station that I work at the library. It doesn't have an email set up that works. I've tried to get the Gmail account, both the libraries and my own personal ones, to work, and it doesn't. So today, I figured out how to put it on the USB drive and move to the computer that Adele uses. So all good to go from here, as long as I remember, but I do believe I wrote it down. So I'll just pass it around for everyone to look at, and if there's any questions. On the inside, I also printed out the deposit, if I'm gonna print it out while you look at that. Paperclip only works. And so just roughly with the book sale revenue, there was $1,383.39 of checks, there was $10,005.94 of cash, and $1,630.39 of credit card revenue, which is, I think it's pretty on par with history.
What's the total of that?
Around 13,000.
Sure, ready?
I'm just happy.
Great.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's 1383.39,
13,
1383.39, $10,005.94, and $1,630.39.
And that last one was the credit card?
Correct.
sorry.
Oh, it's quite a bit less than last year.
Oh, was
Credit
it?
card.
Well, I remember, it's not terribly less because the money was actually still in the Square
That's what
account.
I had a question about that.
Yeah, it is
If
now,
that's
and
really-
it has been
okay,
since
cool.
deposited.
'Cause
We updated the
I
account.
looked at the minutes from last year and it was $2,493. credit card?
I didn't think it was that high, but I can go back and ask Julie, because what had happened is we switched our bank accounts.
Right.
So it had the previous bank account's information and it would not deposit it. So we just deposited that probably last week, but I can get that number if we want to get it accurately. It might have been that high, but I thought it was a little bit less.
But still worth it, I think, to do credit cards.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I think it's great.
And I think the new system worked really well.
It did.
The new Square stuff that Joni got, I think that worked really well and was easy. The other total that I don't have, but I do have, I thought I did I tried to be fancy with the Excel and like I could like get a whole column to add, but I couldn't get a partial column to add. There's probably a better way a way I can figure it out. But the soft postcard fundraiser, did pretty well so far. But I did not add it up. So the total deposit for August is over $14,500.
On that postcard fundraiser, we are still not able to donate
working?
electronically.
Okay,
Yeah, I've been
so-
trying, because
That's a big deal. So
it is, I think that's,
I'm going to look more into that, why the Stripe. And I think it's actually, I know that the Stripe account is ready to go.
it's not the Stripe, I believe it's on our website. I
So it's
think
our-
that issue is our website.
Well, and I don't think we can actually fix that problem without an updated and secure website.
Okay,
I think that is,
It's a blog.
yeah,
Okay.
it's not, that cannot work.
Has Celeste looked at it yet?
No, but that's a good, I will email Celeste.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Is she coming back in September?
she is.
Oh,
Yeah.
In October.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, you can,
so she's on vacation till October?
going to Ireland.
Oh. Okay, so that makes sense.
I'll ask her to confirm. So it's not necessarily though that we couldn't probably print something in the future with a mailing, correct? Is it like a QR code, isn't it?
Right, the QR code, but the website,
No,
it just didn't allow for,
No.
when you click on donate now, it
right.
just didn't allow
That's
for
really
that.
too bad.
Yeah.
To confirm. Did anyone else have any questions about the warrant? If you got to peek at it?
I did just want to
Sure.
confirm that the 120 for book sale expense, that should be for 2 months of trash.
I was
hope
wondering.
That's true, because it was supposed to be $60 a month.
Well, I think last month was 90.
Well, that would have been when it was still Casella.
No, that's not the first payment to Martel.
Martel usually does 2 months at once, like when I get my bill.
So was it 45 and then went to 60?
I'm not sure about that, but I know that when they send me my bill,
Yeah.
they send me
Well, the
2
bill
months.
should be in here, so let's take a peek.
That's what I thought as well, but I just wanted to make sure.
Here it is. Yeah, it is 2 months, 60 and 60. Yep.
Okay, cool.
So, thank you for bringing that to our attention. Yep. Any other questions about the warrant?
Yeah, I was just wondering about the, the robotics. So we've got the robotics, and then we've got Anne Marie's
Salary.
salary. Have we heard anything from anybody about donations to that yet?
I've been told to wait until you guys see the letter.
We haven't gotten the letter from you. Yeah, we've asked for it several times.
Okay, I did send it over. It didn't come over.
No, it was a long time ago. Yeah, I asked for it and you said,
And I sent it. So
Haven't gotten
that
it.
was the glitchiness. I thought that it had sent, and you guys.
no.
So send it tonight. Yeah.
Do you still, given the fact that it was a successful program, do we still want to only ask for $1,000, or do we want to look forward to the future, to the next program that she's...
Well, I think just send that letter out and we can all think about it, but yeah, just,
Just ask that.
it would be good to have a plan to expand it, but I think that's,
Let's get this one.
yeah, it's a little, I'd like to feel that out and see how that works.
So there was a,
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
As with robotics.
Right.
Anne Marie, the program was so successful.
Right.
And kids are already asking to come back for it.
Okay.
She has requested to come to the next meeting to explain robotics to you, because she wants the kids to get more into coding, and so the kits are gonna be more expensive. So she wants to work with Joni, if it's possible, to do more fundraising for it, because robotics can go as high as building your own robot.
Right.
So.
No, I understand, and it's great to build on
But she wants to
it.
come in and tell you why the costs and what she's looking at.
Right, that's, we would want to
She knows
flesh out.
way more about it than either Nina and I do.
Right,
So, and we're learning as we go with her. So she had requested to be on the agenda next month.
okay, I didn't get that request, but,
Well, she asked me to ask you.
okay. Yeah, that sounds great. I mean, I just, like I said, we would want to have something that's fleshed out a little bit, like a presentation probably,
Yes, that's
and then
what she
see.
said.
But I mean, I think that starting small and then building is good too, you know? I don't know.
Yeah.
We can talk about that. And it would be great to have a summary of it, then to know, because, I mean, how did we measure success? Just filling it up, or was there a wait list and that sort of thing?
There wasn't a wait list. We had 12 students. Being that it was the middle of summer vacation, we would have students and then they would go on vacation and then they would come back. So, but it was a nice mix. So we roughly had probably 8 kids per class for the 6 weeks that we ran it. She would like to run it again starting in October 1st to the week before Thanksgiving, and get Meadow-East kids here. Since the bus goes right by the school, right by the library, and we would send out invites and
Right, yeah.
flyer to have a sign-up sheet and everything. So, yeah, it's highly successful. There's a lot of libraries picking up on the robotics. Pawlet, Wells, Meadow-East School is also doing robotics. So, but we're trying to compete with
Right.
this.
Yeah, so it'd be good to have a breakdown of the costs.
Yes.
The
So she
past
will do
costs and the
that,
future.
Because she knows the kits, she
Yep.
knows what she needs, she knows
Yeah.
how much they cost. So
And
it's
then-
best
and
if she
tiering
does
it, because she wanted-
presentation next month.
Yeah, she wanted to have it be like newcomers and then building on that.
Yes.
But, yeah, and again, the letter, yes, should go out, and then we can give feedback. I didn't hear from you, so I thought that you had abandoned it.
No, like I said, I was experiencing glitchiness, and so it must have just,
I didn't know you were experiencing glitchiness.
She emailed me that the formatting was glitchy, but I didn't know that your computer.
okay.
Yeah. Okay,
the whole thing is glitchy right now.
okay, so
Robotics class.
that was from the warrant. Has it gone around? Or
It's right here.
Okay. Here you go. Okay.
I did have one more question on the warrant.
Okay.
Or
Didn't you see it?
tangentially, no. I was just wondering, and we don't need to talk about this now, but paying for the window washing,
Yeah.
if there was going to be discussion of if we're going to pay to get the upper windows washed.
Yeah,
I don't know if we have to talk about that now,
We
but-
should definitely talk, when we can. Oh,
About what?
the window washing. Do we want to talk about that now during the treasury?
What did you say at the
She
end?
wanted to know about the upper windows.
The upper windows, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wasn't here when Gene came for the estimate, and I guess he had a conversation with Adele, and together they decided that it would be too expensive to do the full window, and that it would be much more complicated. When I questioned Gene about it further, he said that we would need to get a carpenter to dismantle the storm windows.
Yeah.
And then, which would be a really big job in and of itself, but I still think that that is something worth discussing, because I don't think it's something that you would have to do every year, and
Oh, no, it's
I
been,
really think that, for me, it's peculiar to have it half done. So I would like the board's permission to investigate whether, you know, if I could actually find a carpenter that would be willing or able to do that and what it would cost, and if we could do it again, like we have with Jean, you know, do it in pieces, but
One full window.
full window.
Yeah, I think you would
Or
talk to the select board, right?
Well, we did ask the select board about window washing, and they really didn't want to take any responsibility.
Okay.
That's another thing that, what was it, the MERP grant could cover is something with windows.
And, well, yeah, with, I imagine, their efficiency, right, in the storms.
Yeah, so, but I
Well,
don't know
that's
if anything...
interesting. It's just a thought. Yeah, no, I'm gonna write that down. So I guess I'd like the board's permission to talk to Jessica about that and just investigate avenues of options. You guys have any feelings about it, one way or the other?
Go ahead.
I think it'd be great for you to talk
Yeah,
to.
I would like that.
And also, like, yeah. And I guess it's too soon to say, like, ask Jean about it.
No,
Maybe,
I think that he would.
Next step.
Yeah, he actually wrote it to me. He wrote what would need to, what it would
Okay.
entail. So he was like, yeah, you know, you can do it, but this is what's gonna have to happen, and it's gonna be a lot more expensive.
Right.
But again, if you do it, you don't have to do it all at once.
Right.
But if a carpenter's coming in to do it, then would it make sense to do it all at once?
Depends,
I don't know.
it depends who the carpenter is and what
Right.
that, how far, you know, I think there are a lot of variables. Because, I mean, what if you do a room at a time?
Right. But if you're doing like ladders and
These do look nice then, with the...
they look so good.
I do. All right, so I guess do we have then,
Do you need to make a motion for
I
that?
don't know. I think I might as well, I guess, just to let you continue this conversation. I mean, maybe we just say Lauren's the window washing contact, but just to represent this.
Do we need a motion? I'll make a motion if it's needed.
Okay, I think,
I kind of feel like we already, made the motion for Lauren to do it.
Yeah,
all.
okay.
Like,
Yeah,
I prefer just right on that one.
okay, all right, as long as everybody's...
Sure.
Okay, great.
Adele, do
you.
you have any recollection of the last time that the full windows were done or how they were done?
I think probably when this place was converted to a library,
Back then?
Wow,
2000. Were you involved in that?
Oh, yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
the window,
If the windows, I don't know if the windows were washed fully or not, I don't know.
Like, what,
Interesting.
10 years ago or
2000?
a little longer.
5 years ago?
So, I mean, you know, honestly though, they weren't that bad for 25 years, so theoretically, if you could even do it every 5 years or just something, I think it's probably, there are a
Right,
lot of reasons why that would be beneficial, so.
One room a year.
Right, or something, so we'll find out if there's someone who's willing and able to do that, and then,
Oh, they're beautiful.
to work in, yeah.
so,
That'd be great.
and also to see if there's any way to weave in the grant that is already gonna be looking at the windows for their efficiency,
Right.
so.
All right, okay,
Got it down.
awesome, thank you. Oh, do we have a motion to approve the warrant? Did we get one? I don't think.
I'll make that motion to approve the warrant.
Thank you.
I'll second it.
Any more discussion? Well, okay, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. So I guess maybe we'll move those book sale expenses to the book sale debrief and go to the
Okay.
library report. Does that sound okay? Okay. All right. Yes, ready.
Okay, for July, mostly it was about the book sale, but circulation, we had 513 items get checked out. We had 401 patrons visit. Canopy, 76 movies were downloaded and watched. And Libby, we had 132 checkouts. We had weapons of fraud on 7/19 with AARP. That was a nice turnout. There were 8 people who attended. The guy does a great job. So people learned something. everybody walked away going, oh, I didn't know that was going on, kind of stuff. Because there's always a new scam out
Getting
there.
weirder
Yeah.
and weirder.
Yeah,
So it's kind of nice to have that on a yearly basis, just to, and it's free. He does it for free for everybody. He's the only one that runs these programs in the state of Vermont. So he comes from Brattleboro to do them, and he goes to all the libraries that request him. So yeah, it's nice. It's a nice little thing to have. We talked about the robotics. Average was 8 kids per class. Jenna Mason's class, making medicine, we had 8 attended that as well, but there were some new faces, which was really nice to see, that because the advertising, they picked it up through Front Porch Forum and other areas that we advertise for free with that to get the word out. And the light pirate reading discussion that Joanne Van Meter ran, she had, I believe it was 9, but I had left early.
Yeah.
So everybody said it was really successful and a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
So I'm hoping that the TV will pick up again, but I don't know. Because we had the TV reading group for a long time here, and
What's that?
it was a reading group that met once a month. They just picked what books they wanted to read, and they would have a book discussion and stuff. And it really kind of fizzled after COVID hit. And they tried picking it up again, and it just didn't happen. So, yeah, I don't know. I think just people just do not get together like they used to after the shutdown that we went through with COVID. I don't know, I just feel like, and it's hard for people to get back into the groove of things, but I think people are starting to come back out again and enjoying life again. It just seems like it's taken a long time. That's just my opinion. So this month we have the Death Cafe is coming up on 8/23. That's very popular. We always pull in a crew for that, and we always have different people that show up for that each time. And then on September 6th, we have Veep coming in, which is, and it's, I don't know if you're familiar with them. It's Vermont Energy Education Program. They've been wanting to come here for a while, and they were very expensive. They were like $500 to run a workshop. I got her down to $150.
Wow.
So, yeah, because they really wanted to come.
that's good.
So what they do is they come in, they provide lunch, and they do energy workshops. So they'll have stations set up throughout this area, and people can come, learn about window dressers and other energy for their homes. So they do a lot of, they do advertising, we help them with advertising. So we're getting the word out about that so people can come. Lunch is the enticement. First. She says,
That's September?
yep, September 6th, it's a Saturday, so.
Are they going to discuss heat pumps?
Yes, heat pumps is, it's in the discussion, as well as, because they run different ones. So it's heat pumps and how to save money, reduce our impact on the environment, and improve our comfort and health. It's a hands-on workshop, reducing your energy bills and carbon footprint, how do heat pumps work, how to home electrification, or what is home electrification, what appliances are more efficient. This is a hands-on workshop geared to local conversations about energy and climate, and focus on what we all can do. And that is the one I chose.
Just a comment on that.
Yeah.
My son and family were visiting from Montana for 2 weeks. And Bodie just turned 7 and Rajona's, who are 11, had to sleep in excessively hot bedroom, which Grammy, Martha had got separate beds and all kinds of stuff, and it was just so hot. So we are getting an estimate the next day or two from a heat pump expert. And we're probably going to put it in because
Yes.
You want them to come
There's
back
some
and
the way
visit.
things are, the heat, 90 degrees, if you have,
Yes.
Yeah,
I think it's very significant.
There are rebates also that are.
Yeah, there's a lot of rebates, but I think the confusion is the types. There's so many different heat pumps out there, and you just want to pick the correct one
Yeah.
for your house.
Well, we were
So-
told by
And that'll be part of the program.
the heat pump, if you have 4 or 5 of them and do a whole house, definitely there are
Right.
rebates. If you just have one, you probably strike out.
No, I got a rebate for one
are you gonna go to this presentation, Bob? Are you gonna go to the presentation?
recently.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
So she's gonna have like a presentation on.
It's air and
with the projector, and then while you're eating your lunch, I'm not sure what they're providing, but it's probably pretty good. I think she's gonna get stuff from Max. And then you work the workshops and learn more about it, so.
That's great.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
I know, well, because we commented, I didn't know we could comment before you're finished, but with the Lighthouse Pirate, I do know that a good friend of mine's daughter works for Vermont Humanities, and that they are very well funded privately, and I think in large part from Trey Anastasia from Fish, but it's very well fortified, and that I think next year, if we get ahead of it, it'd be really fun to do that and participate with the state book group that they have.
Right.
Like, I think
Oh,
that,
yeah.
because I think this was a really good success. Last year, I mean, I read the book, it was fantastic, and it'd be really fun to do that and have whatever programming that goes along with it.
Yes, I tried to get in with the programming. There was a deadline of June 23rd.
Yeah.
I sent out emails to Joanne and Martha, neither one of them got back to me, because I needed a date and a time as to when they wanted to
I
do
would
the
like to
program.
participate next year, so.
I
But
would too.
yeah,
I
yeah,
realized
so,
this, they just-
but I just needed, they were the ones that, came to me and asked me, and they didn't get back, so, which was fine. So they ended up doing their own, which was good, I guess. It worked out really well. And I did, interlibrary loan the books. Normally Vermont Humanities will give you free books.
Right.
And, which is really nice. Vermont Humanities is struggling because they're not receiving the grant money that they usually
No,
get.
but they're doing okay.
But they're doing okay. They've really cut back on a lot of their programs and everything, because you used to be able to do a lot of programs with them and just book a speaker and they'd come, and not so much anymore. They have a select few from now, but hopefully when things change, they'll go back to running at 100% instead of 50%. So, moving on, the Pawlet Scholarship came to me and asked if they could have a meeting here on Tuesday the 9th at 6:30. So
That's our meeting.
I told them, all right, I'll make it work, because you guys are having the meeting, they're gonna go downstairs after yoga. So I talked to Lisa May about it, and because she told me she was on the Pawlet Scholarship, and she says, oh yeah, we can just do it right after the meeting, after the yoga downstairs. I'm like, okay, this works out great. And Nina and I came up with a fundraising idea, but I can hold off on that. It's not a problem if you guys are in the mood to hear about it, but it's up to you. It's a quick,
Sure,
easy.
yeah.
So basically, there would be advertising, but it would be free advertising through email, so there would be no postcards, no letters, no thank you cards, no nothing. It's kind of like taking place of the fall raffle a little bit from last year. What it is running a kind of like a lottery, but you know how you go buy a scratch-off ticket and you're really happy just because you won $2 even though you spent $5? Well, this is sort of like that. So what we thought of doing is doing a monthly drawing of people buy tickets for $5, or you can buy a year's worth for $60, have a drawing every month at the end of the month, and they can get a gift. a gift that is donated by each one of you donate something between $50 and $75, wrap it up in pretty little paper, put a bow on it. We'll put it in a nice big basket, and each month, at the end of the month, when we draw the name, the winner can come in and pick out the prize, whatever they want. And then we would encourage the next month, send out a mass email and say, hey, so-and-so won last month, this is the prize they got. Tickets are only $5 a piece, or $60 for the year. We can drop one in every month, or just put it all in one, whatever you want. And it would be easy because we'd be selling the tickets at the desk for $5, and that's cheaper than a latte at Starbucks. So, I don't know, and if you sell, the math kind of works out that if you sell $60 worth of tickets, that's a year's worth of drawings for them. To 100 people, that's $6,000 that you would make for donating 12 gifts. For, each one of you donate one, I would donate one, Nina would donate something, and I'm sure that we can pick up a couple of more elsewhere. I mean, we're talking a $50 bill.
Yeah.
Wrap it up in a nice box, that would be a win. A gift certificate to a restaurant, or to Stewart's, or to Price Chopper, or to wherever, that people would win. It doesn't have to be fancy, it's just they won, they get to pick their prize.
And you get to
Interesting.
And you make
a picture of the winner.
Yeah, you can take pictures. If they want to be pictures, we can put it on our website. We could
get Gordon to do an article.
We could do an article. But we have, a lot of people have come and asked both Nina and I if we were going to continue, because we sort of stopped doing that monthly newsletter that we were doing for a while. And people are like, oh, what happened to the monthly newsletter? And I was like, well, we can start it up again if you wanted to. That way they can kind of know what was going on for the month at the library.
Yeah.
The community coordinator's job
new books,
to do.
Yeah,
why
did that stop?
it just stopped. There was such controversy about it. Some people, I got some bad feedback that I didn't think you guys liked it, so I just stopped doing it.
What are you talking about?
Okay.
It was a monthly newsletter.
Oh, I know, it was good. What was wrong?
Maybe,
I have no idea. I just really don't want to say. I just don't want to say. I just got some feedback from the board that was just, they weren't real happy about it, so. But a lot of people liked it.
there might have been the content of a certain one rather than actually communicating with the public over time, because that is something that should be happening.
Great. I mean, I've seen other monthly newsletters that libraries put out, and they put some time into those newsletters.
Yeah, I've seen
They
some
are
good.
gorgeous.
Yep.
With pictures but I just don't have that talent. I'm sorry. I just don't have that talent.
Right,
That's Nina's job.
Yeah.
Like it's
Well,
part of
she
her.
doesn't know like a lot of the stuff, like all the new books I buy and everything. So, it's just more of a, hey, this is what's going on at the library.
This might be,
2-minute read for everybody, and that's it. Whether they save it on their email or not, it's up to them.
right.
And a lot of people don't even read it, they probably delete it. But it's a quick way to advertise. We do a lot of advertising through
I get one
emails.
from another library and I enjoy it, so.
Well, that's something that I guess we can talk, if
I mean, it's
the board,
easier.
sounds like the board wants a monthly
Continue
newsletter to
with
go out from
We can.
the community coordinator. Does that sound right?
The community coordinator can do it, and you can let her know what, give her a list of
Yeah.
things. that's
Especially
going-
Yeah.
for programming and what
It's-
things that
yeah.
are happening.
It's her,
Yeah, the things that are happening at the library. We've had brochures in the past.
Exactly, yeah.
We've done brochures in the past. We've done a quick rundown flyer of what's going on, but now people just don't want paper anymore. They just want emails.
Sure, yeah.
Just go online and look to see what it is. So back to the fundraiser. I mean, it can start anytime. It's up to you. We're just It's an easy way to make quick money.
I understand. I think I'd like to wait to, we're trying with the robotics
Yes.
approach, and then we just got off of the book sale. I feel like we need a little
Yeah,
break,
okay.
but,
I mean, you could
but
start
something
it
to
any
think
time
about.
of the month, so it would be, if you
Yeah,
start in
just-
Good
November,
idea.
And it could be,
yeah.
would it, yeah, it's something to flesh out.
Historically, this meeting would be the meeting that we would be discussing the October raffle
Right.
Right.
in the time, because of the timeline. And so
We do have a lot going on. I did not hear from anybody about putting that on the agenda, so that's, I think,
Start it whenever you want. You can start it in January 1st. And
right.
all we're doing is
It
pushing
sounds like,
tickets.
it would take a little bit of time and planning on the board's part to figure out the structure and if that's the way, rather than a fall raffle in-house.
Yes, exactly. It would
And
rather.
I want to go back to, I appreciate the fact that we're running without a director, and that makes a lot of things complicated, but I would encourage you not to stop doing something that is, or Nina to stop doing something that is part of what is usually part of the communication process with the community without discussing it with Corey as the liaison, because I think that's what, I just think that I know that you're expressing that you heard negative feedback, but I don't necessarily think anyone said don't do that anymore, like don't send out email. And I think that the email
Just
is a really,
miscommunication.
yeah, exactly.
We can start it up again. It's not a problem.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal.
I think that, yeah,
And
that
I
would be
think it's a
good.
good idea. I mean, it just.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying like protocol going forward, like to
not
before you do
stop
that, like
something.
maybe just ask or talk about it with Corey, because I think that would help with people's participation with programming. Like,
yeah.
it's
Yes,
just,
it does.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure. All right.
I think that's a cool idea, Dahl. Thanks for bringing it to us.
Yeah, it was Nina that was kind of threw the idea. But then I elaborated. I laid in bed one morning and went, "Wow, that's a good idea. What if we did this, this, and this, and this?" And everybody wins a prize because we're trying to figure out how, But
So it could be a seasonal thing.
It
Like,
could
so
be-
you would
it
have
could be
like,
a yearly thing.
Right,
So
but I mean,
so you
that's what
put
you're
out
saying.
A month
Each
each
month, that's what you're saying.
One would be January, February.
Yeah,
March,
so then it
April.
would be, that's why I'm saying might take a little time to figure out what we would do,
It
but,
would just be, actually would probably be pretty easy, just set it up and just get the word out.
okay.
Selling
We'll
$5 tickets.
table that and maybe discuss that at next meeting?
Sure.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
And I think that's it.
Is that it? Okay.
Oh yeah, I wanted to ask if anybody put anything on Front Porch Forum as a thank you to the volunteers for the book sale.
No, we were going to,
I wanted to talk about that.
yeah, I wanted to talk about that as well. When, in our debrief. Okay. And, so, I guess I will get back to the group about the rental fee, that is the discounted rate is
This
already?
rental fee, I just looked at it the other day.
Right.
It's for 2 hours or more, it's $25, half that for a nonprofit. And if you're renting the room for usage, if you're not a nonprofit, like a baby shower, for example, it would be $10 an hour, and nonprofits are $5 an hour.
Okay,
And that's after hours.
right,
How we do it.
outside of, yep,
If you, we wouldn't have a baby shower while the library was open, but if you wanted to have a meeting, like somebody's interviewing kids for school, so she has a couple of kids come in and she's downstairs, or in the children's room, right here, or wherever space is available to do a little hour meeting, and we're open, and that's fine. I don't charge her.
Yep.
So, because it doesn't make sense to charge people to use the library when it's open. Even
right,
if they're
and I don't
not
think we
looking
can,
at books.
I don't think that we can.
We just set them up in whatever area that,
So they're getting charged $5 an hour?
for nonprofit,
Yeah.
$5 an hour.
And it doesn't
after
have to be
closing.
It doesn't have to be an official nonprofit like registered, it's just like they're not operating on a profit, they're not selling anything. Is that what that is?
Well, I don't know, it never was elaborated that well. I just figured it was a nonprofit that was a 501, 3C, that, a nonprofit.
Right, okay, but I don't think that,
Like-
oh, they're a branch of
Well,
the
like-
Indivisible, so they are part of that 503C?
Yeah, I mean, that's a nonprofit, you're a registered nonprofit.
I didn't know if they were, that's what I was asking, but
Who?
the group that's meeting here on Sundays, I don't,
The Slate Valley.
yeah,
Slate Valley, that's the price I gave them.
is it
They're here
I don't think that they're accredited.
No, they're paying 20 for 2 hours.
20 for, oh, so they're not getting,
No, they're not getting
They
nonprofit.
are part of Indivisible
yes.
nonprofit, so I feel like
It's umbrella.
it's an umbrella.
Yeah, that's what they were thinking, yes.
They're doing food for the food pantry, they're doing community work, like work within the community.
Well, that's what I, wanted to check on, just to make sure though that it's being applied equally.
When they, I didn't even know they were, I thought they stopped meeting.
No.
I had no idea that they were still showing up, and they didn't pay for months, and all of a sudden there was money sitting there, and I'm like, oh, where's this money from?
How did they get it?
Well, they got a key, Jessica Van
Yeah, I mean, it's part of the deposit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so,
I mean, the deposit money for rentals is not itemized.
No.
But, I mean,
No, because I didn't know, but they just said, oh, I left money. I'm like,
maybe we should ask them to just put a note with it, because everyone
write it.
pays cash.
Yeah.
But maybe just write a note so that I can delineate who it's from.
yeah,
Because there was quite a bit of money, cash and rentals.
some people just give us money just to donate to the
I saw
library.
that there was like
Right.
a donation money,
So-
which was nice. I
It's like
itemized that.
$5 here, $10 there, which is really nice,
And a book
which is kind of
replacement.
nice, we're coming up with a raffle
We gotta
idea.
yeah.
keep track of it, though.
yeah, that would be good.
Yes, but a lot of people, some people just say, I don't want you to put it down in Donor Snap, I'm just giving you $5.
Well, and you did, I mean, Adele did have a separate envelope for donations.
Yes,
just
yeah.
straight donation.
It's just all
Versus
donations.
rental, like those are separate.
Yeah,
Then I had them separately listed on the deposit.
it's just a matter of how many different nonprofit groups is what.
Do we have a donation box set up?
That's a really good point.
I was thinking about, when I was a kid, churches used to have donation boxes, and then they would have an envelope, and you could check on the box what you wanted the money to go towards. So if somebody wanted to give a donation and they wanted it to go to books, or they wanted it to go to programming, it would be just an easy way for accounting to be able to say, this money is supposed to be funneled into this account or this bucket.
Yeah, I like it.
That's a good idea.
I'm gonna write it down.
Okay.
Do you want me to look into it and see what?
Yeah, I mean-
Because, it'd be nice to maybe have it on a wall or on a table.
But we've got people working here. I mean, I can see the envelopes. I can see the envelope where you can mark off and put your name or not put your name.
So maybe just
I see that,
envelopes.
but we've got staff here and volunteer, at least.
I know, but sometimes, I don't know.
Some people like to donate
I don't mind the idea of
anonymously.
having a separate box, like a donation box. Like it also is a reminder,
Yeah,
like the visual of the box.
Middletown Springs has a box that's labeled, what is it labeled? Something about how they don't take fines anymore, so it's like a guilty conscience box.
yes, I saw that one. That was
Yeah, we've
funny.
done that before, it doesn't work.
Yes.
No,
But
that,
it's funny.
it's cute.
I think that a lot of people would prefer to do it like in a box, not
Yeah.
to a person.
No, I agree. Just slip it in there, not even, yeah, I
I'll take a look at
agree.
it and report back for September, okay?
Okay.
Good idea.
And then, so do we have a consensus that the Slate Valley Action Group should be charged that nonprofit?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, okay. So I will let them know and,
Less money in the library pocket, that's all.
yeah, yeah.
More resources for our community.
Yeah,
members.
their community building,
Yes,
that's part of
yeah.
our mission, right? So, for sure, okay. Great. Now we are on to the book sale debrief.
Thanks, Adele.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay, so Grace, do you want to take over the book sale?
I guess. I guess I don't know where to start. So we made good money, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think that Even if the credit card number was lower,
Yeah, no,
the total number
overall,
was
that's more
pretty close.
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe they were just more cash sales.
And we don't have a breakdown of some of the, like, the itemized, where our efforts went, like the bake sale versus, and
Well,
then,
I did start everybody with a certain bank, and then I was collecting. I think I might have some notes, so I'll try to, because when I went around, I collected once on Saturday and made notations of the different boxes, and then I don't know if I did it at the end of the day, but I might have. I think I did.
I know on Saturday, the bake sale made $250 plus whatever you took out.
okay,
And that's
So I could-
$250 profit.
Yeah.
Minus,
The bank.
yeah.
okay.
So
I think it was close to 600.
that's what it felt like, a little over 600.
I think so, yeah.
But I
you
think
took
that I
like
could probably
4 or
put it
something,
together.
So, yeah, I feel like that was reasonable.
Delicious.
Reasonable
Those
and
things.
delicious.
The wedding's over, you can request them.
And then do we have a breakdown in the rare books? I think you did at one time, do you?
I think we were about $1,200
Okay,
in that vicinity. Might have been a little bit more than that.
I think,
You might
okay,
have seen it, Jed usually wrote down at the end of the day how much we took in. I'm thinking it was a little over 1,000 on Saturday, and which is lower than it was last year.
Oh.
And it's hard to tell when we do the boxes and stuff on
Right, I know.
Sunday. But, that included some of the,
But you guys were separate from that, right? Like, you didn't have bags for sale.
the box.
we did boxes, it didn't matter. People would come in and they'd fill our boxes up.
Oh, with the rare
So
books?
we did not
Oh.
I didn't,
do the, just the rare books. So it was just, it made it a little bit more difficult, but we were.
I see what you're saying. People
Oh,
would bring in
okay.
their box and pay with you.
Yes.
Gotcha,
Yeah,
gotcha,
yeah.
gotcha,
You were-
gotcha.
Everybody was sending it to us, and you can't say no, so, and they did take some of our rare books into their boxes that they got out of the other rooms.
right.
But, I'm saying about 12, give or take.
Because if they paid by credit card, they had to come to us.
No credit cards with us.
Yeah, so we did some rare
A
books.
few rare books.
Yeah.
That came.
Oh, yeah, but they were supposed to just go with the regular books, right?
Yes, I don't think there was that
And
would
they
be
had a special
good to have.
tag, so we.
Did they?
So they were
But you
pricey.
didn't charge them for those.
Yeah, we did. We weren't.
What?
They were supposed to just go into another box. They were going in.
No, for Saturday.
If I came in.
No,
with-
Saturday.
Yes, yes.
Saturday, when they wanted to
Oh,
use a
Saturday.
credit card.
Oh, Saturday, we always took the money. That
Right,
was-
but
But no,
you didn't
there
have
were
a.
some credit card sales.
They would
Yes,
tell you that
Yes.
they already
Yes.
paid for it. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
and do we have a breakdown of the prints, or how that did? Was that successful? The
Prints
prints?
from Lucy?
Who's these prints? Frame
I don't know for sure how much, I had it written down, but I don't think I saved it. I gave it to Lucy. I think that we sold probably maybe $60 to $80 worth, somewhere in that vicinity. And all the prints are now down in the cellar. And Heather, who's mopping up her store up here, is gonna go down with me sometime and look through them and see if she can sell any of them for us also. She'll take a cut of some type, but it would be.
Who does she need to talk to about that before she does that?
Not me.
So if she, you mean like if she,
Yeah, she should talk to somebody about that.
and we, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Who is she gonna talk to about it before,
Yeah,
about
if
what
she-
her cut's gonna be and what, what she's gonna take?
I
And
mean, theoretically, it would be me as a treasurer maybe, but I'm not comfortable talking with her.
Okay,
Yeah.
so,
When I say $80, it might have been more than that.
Oh, no,
I don't remember for sure.
That's okay.
or just a number, like how many prints sold? Like, well, I guess we could figure that out, but,
Jasper got one.
sorry, I know.
We're going in and out of there so quickly that it was really hard to tell. I know one
Did you
little
think
boy
it was a
came-
nice addition though, overall, like having that?
Yeah.
I think so, and I think next year possibly she should be set up as in the entranceway. When they come down the hall, they're seeing,
Yeah.
they were hard to see them because of so many other things on the shelves.
And also, people go there really with one thing in mind,
Yes,
like
so
the
Yeah.
rare
they would
books.
actually stop
Yeah.
and look at them and as they're coming in or leaving that way.
Maybe on a stage or
And then-
something.
We had one little boy come in, I don't know, 12, 13, maybe 14 years old. He came up to me and he said, "I want to buy this picture." I said, "Oh, you're buying it for your mom?" And he said, "No, it's for me. It's a $35 picture."
Wasn't my fault.
Oh,
It was all for him.
That's sweet.
Good guy.
You gotta say something about library property going somewhere.
Oh, right, okay, so, yeah, we would need to do some kind of thing.
It's totally up to you guys. I don't
Right,
have anything
some
to
kind
do
of
with it.
agreement.
All I know is that Heather said that if we wanted to, and she wanted any of the pictures, she would check with whoever.
So she should check with you probably, Cory.
Okay,
With Corey.
okay.
Yeah, check with Corey, just so we know, because it's library property, that's all.
And if do we have any kind of thing for people to sell on our behalf? Like is that like a donation agreement? I mean, I don't know, because we would be giving it to her. I mean, I don't know exactly how that would work.
Signed out, so it'd be like if we had
Right,
library, it's a policy that we need to have.
agreed.
Yeah, okay. I'll see if what in there, if we have, because I was talking to Merrill about,
Policy time.
I was talking to Merrill about that with the,
with
the
the
paintings, so I think we can just tag that on?
Yeah.
Does that sound good?
Wasn't there some amount of money that the libraries had to pay Lucy for?
We did.
Okay, so was it like $100, $200, or? $150. $150?
Yeah.
Okay, so if we made $150 on those paintings or pictures, essentially
Breaking even.
you're even.
Right.
But I don't know that. I was just wondering what the.
That's a
That
good
would be
point.
a good exercise.
Yeah.
To figure out, you
Yeah.
know, whether it was worth her time.
Yeah.
And the investment.
Yeah.
So,
And I would like data like that on the
Yes.
book sale.
Yes.
I-
I mean, theoretically, like at the Dorset Library, they have patrons, like they have knitting things that are for sale, or sometimes they have art shows and those things are for sale. I don't know why we couldn't have Lucy's stuff here for sale.
Exactly.
You know, and
Right.
I also think we should consider, again, getting merchandise. Like, I
Yes.
think that be part of prizes for raffles and such, but also stuff to sell, like book bags and
Stickers.
T-shirts.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's something a little down the line, but I definitely think that that's a good thing, like passive income, kind of. All right, so book sale, so thank you to the volunteers. Is that were you gonna bring that up, or? Yes, because I
so
wanted to.
I almost just sent something out, but then I wasn't sure if I should just do that, and I wasn't sure like how specific to be, because
Right.
there's a lot of people that I didn't
Right.
really want to start calling people out and like
Missing some.
I agree.
missing people.
Right.
Yes.
So I don't know.
Do we want to write handwritten notes to people who were,
So that was a question that I had. I feel like someone should send a handwritten note to Chris.
definitely.
Yes.
Lauren, would you be able to do that? 'Cause
yes.
you know him.
Yes, he's my friend.
I mean, I could.
Well, maybe you should get it
He's
from
gonna
someone
watch.
who's not his friend.
Oh.
Like, it'd be more special.
I
or
mean, I'm
something,
happy
maybe?
to do it too if you want to like give me information.
Well, would we all sign it, or?
Yeah, we'll write it and I'll sign it. And, I'll leave it here so that when people come into the library, they can sign it
That'd be perfect.
at their convenience, okay?
You know that the Gilbane people, when they left, they took anywhere from 2 to 3 books with them. They gave us almost $100 back.
Wow.
I kept saying, you can't do that, you know, you're helping us. Nope, they paid for every book that they took.
So they need an extra.
It was just amazing, you know.
Well, they need an extra thank you.
Yeah.
and the 4-H club?
Yeah.
I know in the past that they've sent people who donated baked goods as a personal thank you, because I remember getting one a couple of times in the mail, if you had kept track of who brought what. So like if
I don't need
so-and-so
a
brought
thank you.
this pie.
I don't need one,
Yeah,
No.
but,
a lot then.
Maybe just just talk to William, say thank you.
yes. I should have come up with some
I
words.
should send a
But,
personal-
okay, no, I will say that obviously it can't be done without volunteers and the
Right.
huge amount
Like,
of work.
Would it be
that they did.
okay to just do a front porch forum post and say, like, we can't thank everyone individually?
Sure.
Then should I thank anyone specifically, or just say, like, because I don't know, this is what I don't want to...
Do you know what you've done in the past? I know I got a thank you from you last year.
In the past,
For the books?
Yeah.
Oh.
For the donations that we made and,
The food, okay.
yeah.
in the past, we did, the last 2 years, we've done handwritten donations to people who donated food, to the people who came, and the 4-H club, Mrs. McGann's class. Did we send them to you all, book sorters? Because if not,
No, we didn't.
Holy
We
smokes,
always said-
thank you.
We would say thank you to the book sorter. We do.
I already sent an email to all the sorters thanking them.
but thank you, Janine.
Did that.
Do you have a list of the sorters?
I
Okay,
mean, maybe they could get some kind of recognition.
Yeah,
It'd be nice to recognize.
I acknowledge them, so you want
But on Front Porch Forum, also in addition from the library and the community, I just think that,
And a lot of them aren't from here.
What was that?
We've got people from Pennsylvania.
oh, so they wouldn't be on our front porch forum? But we could post
What
it
about
on
our
the
website?
Facebook page and
And our
our
website.
website.
Put something on the website, yeah.
Yeah,
And
Yeah,
St.
have a
Gobain.
generic to hit the people who did this, or donated this, or helped with this, or, you know, book moving and packing up and donating books. People just donating books is a big help.
well, yeah, it is such a kind of community
Yes.
event, community building, so, yeah, I think we should reach out in a general way, and then also to specific people.
I
Groups of
want to
people?
thank one person, though. I'd like to thank Grace for
Yes.
picking up the ball.
Oh, yes,
running
yes,
with it.
of course. It couldn't have happened without you, Grace. I mean, you're just amazing.
thank
Did a really
you.
good job.
Yes, yeah. And I will not forget pounding in all those signs.
On that note, I do actually have a request for reimbursement, which is kind of a lot. It's not all I spent. My request is for $228.42. That includes lunch stuff and a $21.73 for the cash box.
Yeah.
It's
sorry it wasn't on
it's
this
not
warrant.
everything I spent, but I did bring some food home, so, and I'm not asking for reimbursement for like the T-posts, because, whatever, I don't know if those, we didn't actually use them.
Yeah.
So if that's, I did want to.
Yeah, I'm sorry that it wasn't on this month's
No,
warrant.
why didn't you tell?
She wanted,
I should have.
No,
I should have been like, hey.
So, yeah. And then I also do have the numbers of stuff we gave, what we gave to people last year.
Oh,
So if
great.
you want to go over that now.
yeah, that'd be good.
So last year,
Wait, so were they already paid?
no.
So that'll be,
No,
Yeah.
next month, yeah.
yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Did you get 600?
No, it's
It's
not.
on the list.
And also, there was a woman that cleaned the johns for us on
Cindy
I was
Hosley.
Yeah.
wondering about that.
Cindy Hosley.
She's the new
Custodian,
janitor,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
Custodian, so we would do both.
So last year, we gave 150 to each staff, which was, so it was 2, so 300 total. So I don't know how we want, Bill was awesome. I never communicated with Cindy, so I don't know.
She did a lot of cleaning though, so I think, yeah.
Oh, he puts all the tables up, he puts our tables up,
Right.
Wow.
chairs out.
He hauls the tables
So
from
do you
here to
have their,
So do we want to, like, do 200 to Bill and 100 to her? Does that seem fair?
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. And I assume we can just send it care of Meadowy.
And it's to them personally.
Yes.
And that's what I did
be-
last year.
I might
Right,
even
but,
have,
I mean, I don't have their addresses, I don't really want
Oh,
to
I
ask for their
see.
personal
Well, Julie-
addresses.
It's in the vendor list, or,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
yeah.
have the vendor list.
Yeah, it comes,
All right,
it's
so-
in our system, the town
So
system.
200 to Bill and 100 to Cindy. Perfect.
And then,
400 to Jed,
okay. Was that?
that was what we did last year, I
Yeah.
assume that's,
Yeah,
200 to the 4-H.
okay, yeah. That's what we
I wonder
did.
how it's on here.
Sorry, what?
The 4-H.
It's Oxbow 4-H.
This is just, I looked from the minutes
I
from
see
last
it,
year.
Oxbow Mountain 4-H.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah.
So is that, does that seem,
I think we should,
I think they were
might as well
great.
do what
I
we
would-
did last
yeah.
year.
They worked like
They were
They did.
very
They were
amazing.
Do we want to consider increasing, or do we want to stay with,
Let's stay.
I think, yeah.
This year. We
And
didn't
then
have more money at the library sale, right?
Right, it was the same, that's true. And then was the PTO, I think?
50 to the 6th grade?
And
Did you have sixth graders there to help?
we had Ms. McGann and some people, we don't know, we didn't
I don't know.
identify, but it was like on her behalf, I think. She did coordinate some
That
people.
seems, I think that
My
$50.
neighbors, my 5 neighbors,
That-
6 neighbors
right,
that came.
that's right.
There were some,
My kids were there,
So
but
does that-
just on
does
behalf
that-
of the Meadoway
Does it seem
PTO.
like it's appropriate to give that to 6th grade?
I think so.
Okay.
I
Then
think-
I think that seems fine. And then, this, 200 just to the school?
as a,
That was on, I believe, like, just for the disruption and extra cleaning of, that they have,
So who do
extra
we
trash.
actually give
I don't
that
know. I think it's just the school, Meadoway
Want me to look?
Community School, yeah. If there's a, I remember kind of being confused, I think there's a PTO and then there's,
Yeah, I
just the
remember
school.
having this conversation last year, and I don't remember exactly how it was.
Yeah, and I think it was something along the lines of just like disruption, extra trash, just all of that. The
couldn't
time
do
that
it
it
without
takes
them.
for them to even, how many phone calls. they
There's
get.
two separate lines, the Meadoway Community School and the Meadoway Community School 6th grade.
And I think there's a PTO, MCS maybe, on there.
Yep,
Yeah.
MCS PTO.
Yeah.
Wait, the PTO and the school?
Yeah, so
Because
so the school would just get the 200, I think, not the PTO because of the
Right.
schools
and then this 50 goes to the,
to the 6th grade.
okay. Because I know it was 1150 total, so I think that adds up. Yeah. Okay,
So will you give me that itemized?
Yep, so let me just go over it again. 200 to Bill, 100 to Cindy, 400 to Jed, 200 to 4-H, 50 to 6th grade, 200 to the school.
Well, okay, yeah. I know that Chris is donating his time, but
He didn't want anything.
Yeah.
did it?
No, I've been bringing him.
Well, that's what I was wondering if
I've been.
there's any,
It's
He's
so
fine.
nice.
He was happy to help.
That's great, okay.
yeah.
So another thank you is Frank with the signs, didn't charge us.
Oh, that's
Didn't
nice.
exactly. Linda had to help him out with it. Some of the lettering, but, so that's, like, I might write him a thank you note.
Okay.
And on that note, he told me if I wanted to drop the signs off, he'd be happy to store them instead of keeping them in the barn, so I think that makes sense.
Since they have to get changed, so yeah, that makes
So
sense.
I can drop them off this week. Okay.
I ended up taking leftover ice cream home, so I'm gonna pass that on to Lauren.
Okay.
I had a cooler.
Long ice cream.
I had a cooler.
Okay.
Thank you.
Whoa, that much ice cream?
Well,
And you
it's a lot.
didn't, you didn't invite me over?
Couple tubs, I know.
Gotta be quick, Lauren.
I think that was what I had.
And if we have any, like, thoughts about what could go more
So I'll
smoothly, or?
send- Yeah.
That's
yes,
kind of the
please.
breakdown I'm looking.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. There were a couple of things I had, I did write them down, but
It'd be nice to get a folder, like a notebook, really, I think,
just the
with...
book sale.
I have notes, I have a document that I was gonna maybe like add to what Linda gave us, because that's super helpful, but
Yes.
a little bit outdated in some things. So, and then, yeah, anything else to add?
Cool. Great.
The only thing I was disappointed in, and it wasn't Grace's fault, was that the Route 133 never got any signs up, except one sign that said Pawlet Library and the date. And so I think people came down here.
Might have, yeah.
You're right. I actually had, I have a printout of the flyer. But these are the flyers that Nina made up, but there were people that, friends of mine saw at Max who came for the book sale and couldn't find it. And this is the address. It says Route 153 Meadowy School, but for whatever reason, like, that wasn't clear enough to them. So I think,
I had asked her to put the actual address on it. Okay.
so I think that something with a bolder, more clear address would be helpful.
Book sale at Meadowee Community School, like very more prominent.
You guys put out the sandwich board, right?
Yeah, we did. We put out the sandwich board, and it was amazing how many people stopped and read it.
Did it have the address on there? I mean, it definitely said book
It just said
sale.
book sale, and the date, the time, and
'Cause
stuff.
this-
And I don't know, I don't remember. It was just a spur of the moment.
Yeah, I just think, like, you
Yeah,
know,
we-
down
We need
here,
to do,
Yeah.
it should be,
like, even, we could even do, well, we could do like the Burma signs that just say, if you're here for the book sale, you know,
Yeah.
move on to Meadowee or whatever. And then the address, actual address.
Change them.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking that on that's the sign that we did on 133, and that was just, there wasn't a place to put it really where we were.
It hadn't been mowed and it was covered in poison parsnip.
Yeah, so we were not going, sacrificing for that. Did you have something?
You said that is it the Burma shave signs that are going to be modified?
No, it's the one that's,
The flyer.
yeah, the plastic one.
Oh, that one.
And it's gonna need some slight gluing, so I'm gonna ask him about that.
Yeah.
And see if that's something that he might do, or if I need to do it, or...
Oh, and I have a suggestion for the, yeah.
Do we need a new one? Like, do we want to talk
I
to,
don't think we need a new one.
It's in good shape, generally.
okay. I know that that's something that Wells, Donnie Miller,
yeah, Jen and
Jen and Don do. And they're
I mean,
great.
it's a little bit scuffed up, but no one sees it up close. I think it was
Seems to be
fine.
able to get it back in the same every year.
Yeah.
30 miles
Yeah.
an hour, it looks fine.
Yeah. 30. All right, was that? Thank you so, oh, Gordon, yeah?
May I just double check something here? So the total income from the sale is $13,083.39.
Did you have the total?
right?
I didn't hear it
I had a
stated.
typo and then it just kind of crashed, so I didn't.
Hold on.
Okay,
So it was like,
But that's a gross sale. it's
that's
not
the
a net.
gross, yeah.
Yeah, and then these expenses were around 1,100.
But there are more expenses that get incurred outside of the time.
Okay. And this is roughly comparable to last year's.
Yes.
I'd say, yes.
Yeah, right around the same intake.
$13,019.72.
And I think last year's expenses were like a
Wait,
lot.
Lauren, I'm sorry, would you say?
$13,019.72.
Thank you. And roughly 1,100.
Whoa, 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 should we add $50 to that? Hold on a minute.
For ice cream.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
So these are kind of tentative figures, preliminary figures.
Preliminary
yes,
figures.
exactly. Rough proceeds, I think.
And expenses are roughly 1,100 as of
No, it's gonna be quite a bit more.
Yeah.
because That's just what we're giving out to
Authorizing.
people who,
Yeah, that's not already what's been
so,
paid.
so we'll also have some other, I mean, not a ton, but like what I spent.
But also in this one.
and-
Yeah, and previous warrants, it might have been.
We had-
Trash.
oh, no, that was-
But that was for the
That's right, that-
postcard.
that's right.
So I think mostly trash.
Yeah.
We bought a new cart.
We bought the, and we bought the readers.
Card readers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's,
and the credit card readers.
so next month we'll have the real numbers? I'm sorry.
That part is a big hit.
And some of those will, like,
Yes, good.
an extra cash box and a credit card, like those will carry.
We want your cash box next year.
Yeah, that's down in
Except
the
it made
basement.
all the other ones awful.
They're terrible. They're awful.
The cheapest one on Amazon.
Yeah, sorry.
They are terrible. You're right.
And hopefully I'll have a worksheet of labor hours too, Gordon, just in case.
I think all in all, it was pretty great.
It was good.
Right, you got happy people and
Yes.
A lot of repeat customers.
Oh, yeah, I mean, the volunteers have been doing it for years and years and years. They just know what they have to do. They just do it. They just
It's like
know.
a machine.
It's
It is.
just amazing, yeah.
It is, it was great.
Do you have any idea how many books were sold?
See, that's what I want. That's what I want to know.
but we still have a lot to carry
It's hard
back.
to tell because on Sunday they do a box, $7 for a box, and the boxes are,
Yeah.
huge.
And it's-
We're
Suitcase.
basically asking people to
Suitcase.
take as many as possible because we don't have to carry them away. But, no, I think it's. And I think that the, K-State books went well.
Yeah.
They didn't pay us, but they were awesome.
Sorry, I couldn't-
Oh, that was another, oh yeah, I forgot about that. I did tip them,
I suggested you tip Mark because he worked his table.
30, yeah, but I'll eat that, but that was another $30.
No, it's okay.
Because we've tipped the guys before. It comes out of that.
Megan?
Yeah, write it down.
Yeah.
We've tipped guys before that have taken books away.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We just-
And he was really great.
I suggested she tip Mark and she did it. She
Yeah.
never put it down.
Yeah.
Do we need,
I did want to just tell everyone who didn't know that we did talk to them and they said 80% of the books get reused.
Yay.
And
Cool.
then go to veterans homes,
Awesome.
senior homes, daycare,
That's great.
schools.
There were a lot of really good books.
And then 20% they recycle, is what I was told.
That's really great.
Prisons.
Good.
So that made me really happy.
that's really good news. And that's something that we can say, but I guess we
Yeah.
still want people to take as many as they can.
Yes. No, but that's a huge thing, because I hate the thought of them just getting trashed.
Yeah.
Thank you, Grace.
Thank you. Do we need to authorize these expenses for the next time, or will they just be on the warrant?
They'll be on the
and then we'll
warrant next
approve it
month,
then?
yeah.
Okay, then that's good. Okay.
And if you, well, it'll be in the minutes, the specifics.
Hopefully, or if I have a question, I'll.
Thank you both.
Thank you.
Okay, going to the donation of paintings for the fundraising.
So I emailed Carlos, and I haven't heard back yet, and I will go on to Facebook
Okay.
tomorrow and text him that way.
Okay. Thank you.
I probably gave him too much time, but that's what happened.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So then, Joni, do the library's Transforming Communities grant?
Sure. So, I wasn't entirely clear from the last meeting whether you were going to speak with the select board about what are our responsibilities for the steps. There was kind of some back and forth between us and Jessica, because it's like, because of the historical nature of the building, how is that, how do we as a board, like what are our responsibilities for that? So,
Right, okay.
so I could use some clarification with that, but once that kind of becomes clear, I will call Tony Janier. I have a meeting next week on Tuesday with a woman, Laura Sigler, from the Vermont Department of Deaf Blind and Hard of Hearing, Deaf, Blind, and Hard of Hearing Association, just to kind of follow up with that, to see if there's anything in that area that we could do, anything, best practices that we could be using, and any way that we could either, this grant could be helpful or the MERP grant could be helpful, because I know that that was kind of the scope of this grant to begin with, and I just wanted to make sure that I was following up with her. When we started this process earlier in this year, she was on maternity leave, and so I just got an email in the last week or so that she's back, and so I wanted to follow up with that. I've also been going through the grant has a list of resources, and so throughout the summer I've been kind of ticking down through the resources, and I'm happy to send that on to any of you if you're interested in that. This week I've been reading about ABLE, which is ABLE, which is a program through the Vermont Department of Libraries, and I wasn't sure if we do.
We do.
Okay, we do already?
We get large grants from them.
Great.
We borrow large grants from them.
And so they have, I've also been in contact with a man from the state who is part of the Department of people who have difficulty with sight, so and he has some recommendations of things we can do for our website, or things that we can do to make our library more accessible for people who are for whom vision is an issue. And I wasn't sure how much I should pursue these things, or because when we talked in the June meeting, it still felt amorphous to me. Like, it was kind of like I came to the board with a list of things that needed to be done, and it wasn't exactly clear how we wanted to proceed. Mm-hmm. And so if there's a lot of different things that we can do to become more accessible, but having a plan would really help me in this, trying to figure out what we're doing, and also knowing what we can do to the building as far as accessibility because of the historic nature of the building.
Have you spoken with Jessica about this stuff?
I have a little bit, and it seems like she's kind of, the answer she gave me was, well, it can all tie into the MERP grant, and so it wasn't. So I guess I don't know how much I should be focusing on this grant specifically, and because for the grant, there were some benchmarks that they wanted us to meet. They wanted us to have a community gathering, which we did, and then they wanted us to have like specific benchmarks for this grant. And so it's hard to say tied into the MERP grant, because then we're not able to report to this grant as we need to.
The MERP grant, do you remember, Corey, when is the MERP grant coming up in October?
I think,
it's
yeah.
coming right up.
So,
yeah.
Yeah,
go ahead.
So is kind of what I'm hearing, it's okay to kind of at least cool my heels a little bit on this until we can kind of get a scope of what the MERP grant is going to cover.
I mean, you wouldn't want to like do all that work and then have that grant be able to cover it. Like, I think it'd be nice to enhance that grant. So I think that you're right. I think we should follow their lead.
Yeah.
And then I don't know and I know that the grant is asking for specific, they want like you said, like a town meeting, but maybe you're getting a sense of what the community
That's what
most
they were asking.
wants.
We did do that.
We did that back in the spring.
So I think with that information, I think now we should hold until we find out.
Yeah. Do we have, is it organized into like what the priorities are from that meeting, or weren't that many people? Is that right?
There were 2 community members,
Okay.
2
Maybe
board
we do it
members, and
again.
2 staff members. And so it was.
Or maybe we put something
Well,
up for like just to have there, like for people to when they come in.
like a vision board like Nina has been doing.
Yeah, like hey,
That idea. I also think that it's like, until we figure out if we can work with the MERP grant,
Yeah.
it's kind of, I wouldn't put a ton of time
Agreed.
into it, except if that woman can meet with you.
Yeah, meeting with.
I think that would be worth doing if you're willing to do that.
But it also, I think it's always useful information to see what the
Yeah.
community needs and wants.
Right.
Yes.
So maybe something.
Yeah. I have a meeting scheduled for next Monday at 1, and so a Zoom meeting with Laura Siegel. So, but I think that aside from this grant, it's just nice to know what best practices are, and if there's things that are either free or things that are within our scope that we can just implement to be more accessible to our community. So.
Yeah, I mean, it is hard we don't have a plan and we don't know. And maybe we get this information and then we make a plan. You know?
Right.
It kind of coalesces.
It feels like we're kind of like, so I think October things will become clearer.
I think so.
Yeah, okay. But thank you, yeah, and I think it's good to keep pushing forward with it and keeping it going. Are there deadlines, or is it just?
It's tricky because we were, we were beyond deadline, and so I had hoped that we would kind of get this tied up by the end of this year.
Okay.
But I don't know how that's gonna happen now that it's nearly September, and, we just, if we are gonna move on the steps, that's temperature sensitive, and also.
Didn't they make forward motion at the select board? Isn't there a timeline, or hadn't they already talked to contractors for some of that work, or not?
Not that I remember.
But hopefully, is that enough? That's an agenda item, right? Is that
The
still?
next one?
I was hoping that perhaps it could be something that when we make the library report to the select board, it could be an item on that, just if they could clarify what our role is.
Okay.
And how the select board works within the historic nature of the two buildings, and whether we should contact the Vermont Historic Preservation Trust, which I've heard from Greg Colm has great grants and great opportunities for organizations like ours who are in historic buildings. So I don't know if the select board already works with them, or if we need to form a new relationship. I got a lot of questions.
I met two gentlemen that came down who were part of the historical.
Yeah, it was like
Society.
Meg.
Huh?
Meg Campbell. Meg is
No,
who
it was
comes
two
down.
gentlemen from Charlotte and Heinsberg.
So are we just talking about the steps?
No, they were looking at the whole building.
Okay.
Oh,
Part of the Preservation Trust?
no, I can't remember who they are.
I thought they were working with Jessica.
Oh, they're working with the MERP grant, but.
They're working with the MERP grant.
Yeah, but it's Meg Campbell is in charge of our buildings as far as historic preservation. She's our person that takes care of that stuff. But, so these guys have come along because of the grant.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think I did talk to the select board, and they were pushing it to the MERP.
Yeah.
Okay. But I can ask again. And then that ties into, they were asked if we wanted a representative for those MERP projects, and where's
Isn't
that?
that on the agenda?
Yes, that's the next one. That's what I'm saying, it ties into that.
Lauren, I think that you wanted to be on that committee.
Did I say
You
that?
did, you really did, I'm not kidding.
Thinking.
You did.
I know I did.
Here's the proposal.
But you guys probably don't want me to do that. That's what I was thinking.
I don't know this.
And they would like it to be one person. Sue and I asked if we couldn't get one person to commit to it, that if we could have maybe two, kind of going back and forth, and reporting, to each other.
No, I would do it. Do you want to do it with me?
Yeah, if they are willing to take two people.
Okay, I'll ask I think.
It'd be really interesting.
Yeah.
No, it does seem pretty cool. I just can't take on anything.
I don't have any excuses anymore.
Yeah. Okay, so, should we get a motion to appoint,
What exactly does it?
There's a couple of
entail?
meetings, she said.
Okay.
It's not a lot, I don't think, and I can't remember if they were going to be, any of them would be remote.
Might be.
Yeah.
It didn't sound awful.
It didn't sound like a lot, but just they wanted somebody who had the library's interest
Yeah. Do you want to do it, or do you want to do it together?
Together?
Sure.
I would like that.
Yeah, I think
If
that'd be great.
it's okay.
Are you gonna give them all your information that you've worked?
Yeah, I'm happy. I mean,
Okay,
Well,
so,
we can still work collaboratively with that.
yeah. I mean, there's no reason that we shouldn't be able to
Right.
And they could be the meeting people, yeah.
because
We'll
one
have
is,
answers for you.
thank you. I really like answers. Got a lot of questions, so some answers would be great.
all right, well, you wanna
Okay, I'll make a motion that Lauren and Grace are our MERP grant primary
Library
representatives
representatives,
to
yes.
the MERP grant.
Okay.
And that Joni will be their backup as far as information that she's got. She'll let them know what she's got and go from there.
I'll sec, is that it?
Okay.
Feeling good?
Okay with you?
Yeah, that's great.
Okay,
Yeah, I second that.
all right, any more discussion? All in favor?
That's great.
Aye.
Was there a second?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Joni.
Joni.
I'm sorry.
Any opposed? Okay, thank you both. Okay, so, the next is proposed executive session pursuant to 1 VSA S313A3 for the appointment, employment, or evaluation of a public officer or employee, and I had the wording that I just didn't use right now.
Wait, did you want me to?
I emailed it to everybody, yes.
I'll make a motion to discuss matters relating to employment of a librarian at the Pawlet Public Library.
I'll second it.
Okay, any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Okay, we're headed into executive session. So it is now 8:16 and we are back in open meeting. We do have a consensus of people to move forward with in the hiring process. So we have people, we have, yeah. That's what we can report.
Who are these people?
Yes. So now our business is to talk about the hiring committee members, set the dates.
I'm gonna reference my email from you, because there's one person I'm missing for
The
community member.
okay.
I need to find it, because I printed out 3, I think.
One of them was just in an email from Grace, and it didn't have anything other than her name mentioned.
She just said she was interested, and it's a book sorter, so she
library
puts her
volunteer.
time.
Oh, that person I do not have.
Right,
Nobody does.
right. It was just
She
in an
just said
email.
she
It was
was
just in,
interested.
it wasn't in anything.
That's all she said. It wasn't, but I did.
Do you want to tell me who
write
it
it?
is?
Jennifer Sullivan.
Oh, okay. I did not have that.
So,
No.
for the hiring committee, we have 4 people who expressed interest, and we had stated that we would have 2 people from the public. Community members on the hiring committee. And I don't, like, since that had been stated so much, that's what I thought that we would go forward with. I didn't look into it to see anything else. I don't know if we had a motion about it and a vote. No, but, well, you were missing. Did you watch that meeting?
I did.
Okay. So so now our discussion is how many members of the public to have? I mean, I don't know if, I just feel weird changing it.
While we asked for people to send an email to Grace or let Grace know that if they were interested, we said we were going to choose 2 people from the community to do it.
Right.
So I think that of the people that sent emails to Grace, we should pick 2 of those people and stick with what we said in at least 2
In the
meetings.
Okay.
I don't agree. I think that we have an opportunity to use this community input in this hiring process. And I think that since we only have 4 people, and we didn't make the decision, it wasn't a decision that, excuse me, we didn't vote on it, so it's not like it's set in stone. It was just indicated that was kind of what could happen.
No, we said that that's what we would do.
Just because we said it, we didn't vote on it, so it's not, so I feel like it's,
Grace is funny to have this.
Here are the problems with that. I mean, I'm hearing what you're saying, but the fact that we did discuss it in an open meeting, and that at the time, we could have said, well, if we get 4 candidates or 6 candidates, you know, we would consider more. We just said no matter what, we didn't say how many candidates we were going to get. We said we're going to choose 2. And I think that that is reasonable with our, I don't want 4 members.
It's a lot to coordinate.
I don't want that. I think it's too confusing and ultimately, I mean, the 5 of us are the ones who are going to weigh in on the decision. I think that there are some of the candidates that I have heard speak some information that I believe to be untrue. I'm not comfortable with that kind of influence. I don't know one of the candidates at all, but they certainly have a very robust experience with when I read, I believe, with some kind of hiring experience. And I think that one of the candidates has a tremendous amount of library experience, and that should be great. And the other one, I think, you know, I don't know. So I don't know if I'm not comfortable saying names first, so I'm not going to do it. But I for one feel like 2. If we can agree upon 2 people is more than enough for community members to be on our committee, especially with 5. Last year you had 2 members
And 2
I was not
board
and
members.
2 board members, I know, and 2 community members, and I wasn't really satisfied with that process the way it went. So I think this is going to be a whole lot better with the 5 of us involved, and I think 2 community members is good. I know that I'm just one person, and I know you guys have different feelings, but everyone else should speak to their feelings.
Well,
I think that, I think I would like more input from community members, and I mean, from what you just said, Lauren, you think that there were not enough people involved.
I didn't think there were enough board members involved. I felt like I certainly wasn't valued. My experience was really a very negative one.
Okay.
If we go back and look at some of those meetings, and
we're looking forward.
we're looking forward.
Yeah, I think that having 4 people who've expressed interest, I don't see the downside to involving them. And again, it's our decision. They're not decision-making capacity at all. It's advisory.
Right, it can just get cumbersome and too much back
coordinate.
and forth talk with too many people. And so we'll have, that's why I'm thinking that. But anyway, shall we put it to a vote, or what do you want to do?
I'd like to say one more thing that, if I may, that I appreciate with the 4 candidates that we have, that we are garnering experience from a lot of different areas. There's people who are experienced in library, as you spoke to. There's somebody who's experienced in hiring and management, somebody who's experienced with library operations. And so it's like, in this library, being a volunteer here. And so I feel like,
And a former board member.
So I feel like within that group, the diversity may be helpful to help us view things that we might not have in a way that may be healing for the community, and we can look at it through that way, because the more people we involve across different sectors, the more we have in community involvement, and that's something that we've struggled with. So I'll just put that piece out
I agree
there.
very strongly with that.
I feel, I understand and appreciate what you're saying. I guess now as I think about it, I wish there was a working model. Like, I wish I could see an experience of another board, another hiring committee, and what those, what that looked like.
Wells, yeah. I had thought about doing that, and I didn't get time, because they just went through this,
Yeah.
so.
Yep.
May I
Corey. Oh,
ask
sorry.
a question?
Yes.
So my recollection is the last time you sent the applications to these 2 community members, and they then weighed in, they sent something back, and then the people on the hiring committee considered what was sent. Is that the pattern that you're proposing here, whether it's 2 or 4, or?
No.
Or is it, you're gonna be sitting around, they're gonna be part of the interview process, so they're gonna be, and they're gonna have a vote, or? I'm just not clear how the community people are gonna be part of this.
We hadn't fully discussed it, but my intention was that they would be it would be part of the committee. Last time it was just not done, it was like kind of incongruent, but this time, so what I was hoping for was to have them be a part of the interview process and weigh in. The committee would then report to the board, and the 5 board members are on the committee as well, so it's a little, maybe redundant, but it's an advisory committee, so they would just present their recommendation to the board.
So they wouldn't get a vote, but they would be part of a discussion? And
Correct. The board votes, they would present their preferred candidate, but the board votes on that.
So that would be 9 people?
Well,
Interviewing?
I'm still not comfortable going
That's
bigger
too many
just because of the,
That's too many people.
and I feel like it has been stated that there were 2 candidates that I just don't feel comfortable. We don't have that as like a deciding how many or
Could we reach a compromise where we would use all 4 people to read through the resumes and then, give a weighted vote and then choose 2 people from that subcommittee to then join us for the in-person meetings?
I don't know one of them well enough to vote for them at all.
I guess I don't feel, so we'd send out the 5 candidates, and then they would send back to us their weighted, like, the order in which they...
That's a lot of private information to be leaving.
It's true.
Well, I wouldn't feel good about that.
But you would feel comfortable with sending it to 2 people?
Oh, no, not sending it anywhere. I would have 2 people come in.
for the interview process.
Okay.
And we had talked about doing questions that are the same for the candidates, so that we would be able to sort of measure them on the same...
Apples to apples.
Yeah, apples to apples. And I would do a hiring, like an interview matrix if you all wanted.
That's what we've done before. We've done,
Right.
I mean, when
Okay.
I've done interviews, that's what we've had.
Okay.
And we've marked them off. And what did you think about this, their answer to this, and 1 to
Right.
5? And it's all the same questions.
Right, okay.
And then you mark them off 1 to 5. And so that after you've interviewed the 5th person, and you're trying to remember, now, what did this one say, that one say? It's all, you've got it all right there in front of you, and then you add them up.
So in the past, did you have community members part of the committee?
No.
You didn't do that?
No.
Ever?
This was with the hospital.
But you were on the hiring committee at the library before.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Did they ever use community
No.
members? No?
No, we had the whole board. But we divided it up at the time so that, no, that's not true. No, we all interviewed the same people. I missed one of them.
Yeah, and thinking about 9 people in an interview situation,
No,
that's a lot.
That's cruel.
And then when you, Joni, last year, the 2 community members saw I think it was narrowed down to 4 candidates, wasn't it, that we interviewed? And they came up with the same order in which that you guys had decided, right? So they had it on their own and they looked over their resumes and such. Or they had written answers to
They had written answers.
Right, which is interesting.
I really like the idea of doing written answers from these 5 candidates
Okay.
to the hiring committee, which I would prefer to include all the 4 interested people, and then move on to interviews. And I'm not sold on having the community members in on the interviews.
That could be
I would prefer them to be involved in the written answers to the questions, and then just have the 5 of us do the interviews. Because I think even 7 people is too much.
It is a lot.
And I don't really want to split
So
them
that's
up.
interesting.
No, I think that sounds like a really good
Which is kind of why I was
compromise.
originally thinking maybe phone interviews first, because that would be, we could do that. But I think
I don't
the
think we could do that.
written questions and then just the 5 of us with the in-person interviews would be good.
Okay.
I like that.
Yeah, thank you, Grace. So then I guess, should we just make that a part
So are we gonna have a special meeting so the 5 of us would meet to discuss like those potential questions and then put them out to the candidates that the 5 that we've decided upon, retrieve those answers and then send them out to the 4 community members, get back their
It
feelings?
would be a hiring committee meeting, but yeah.
So we'll have that's what we'll do.
Not a special meeting, but a hiring committee, and we are the hiring committee as of now. And so then our process will be to come together with, and get interview questions that we would submit to the candidates, our top 5, and then all of the 4 members of the public, as well as the board, would rank those, or...
I haven't chosen 4 people yet.
No, I meant for the 4 people who wanted to be on the hiring committee.
I don't want 4 people on the hiring committee.
No, but Grace had suggested that we have it so that they're not on the hiring committee. They, I guess, are brought in, they see the answers to the written questions.
Not the resumes or...
Not the resumes or anything, just the answers to the written questions that we, as the 5 of us, come up with.
Okay.
And then just, they can...
I like that idea.
Weight that and give back to the board, and then the board is the hiring committee.
It feels like a good compromise too. So, I mean, I feel comfortable with it.
Yeah, so then we would move forward with the in-person interviews.
Did you get that? Do you understand, Sue, what we're saying?
Yeah, okay, hiring committee.
I think that also might make it easier if we don't have, does that mean we don't have to have a meeting with everybody present, or we do?
Correct. Just us, 5, right? Not
So
the 4 of them.
The 4 would send their thoughts to us.
Right, and we had said, yeah, and then we had said something like they would serve in an advisory capacity, and that's what this whole committee is, really.
And that's good with open meeting, right?
That,
We're sending,
Because this
yeah,
has to do with
it would be individual in there, yes.
Okay, I just wanted to double check that.
Yeah.
I like that.
I'm looking for
I like-
Williams. I'm looking for
Go-
Williams'
go-
reaction.
I know.
Go through it one
Okay,
time
so-
from the beginning.
okay, so-
Hiring committee.
So the hiring committee, sorry.
Send out,
Well,
we have to have
Yeah,
a meeting.
we're sort of modifying what we had intended for the hiring committee because there was more interest, and we will, as the 5 of us, as the current hiring committee, the full hiring committee, we'll have a meeting. Yep.
Oh, if you want to finish your thought.
Well, yeah, she wanted me to say it all at once, so.
Well, I do have a thought.
Okay.
Because I'm wondering if it would be appropriate to send out what we've decided to the 4 people of interest to see if they still are interested in this role as just reading the answers to the questions, not being part of the interviewing process, and just
Which
a
I
more
think we
specific.
We can I'm happy to do that, and I think we can do that because it's also going to be in the minutes.
Yeah.
So it's public.
Right.
Correct?
All right, take it away.
So we're not,
But all of these, see, now I'm still back on sending things out to people. I know that at least most of the people we're talking about, most of the community members will know that even the answers to the questions are confidential, and that they cannot be talking to anybody about these answers to the questions, or even who's answering them. And I know that at least a couple of the people know that, but we have to make sure that all 4 of them know that, and will maintain confidentiality.
So that would be.
So would,
Yeah, I mean, but,
That's great.
would we have
I mean,
an agreement of some kind then?
we could also just do it.
Anonymously.
Send them anonymously.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking
If we're
anyway.
not sending resumes and stuff.
Oh,
I think that's better.
That's a great idea.
I like that.
No,
too.
I wanted, yeah,
name
for
on
sure.
it. Yeah, just 1, 2, 3, and 4.
That's a great
Okay.
idea, Grace.
Okay.
And then,
I feel like I was being rude.
It's fine.
Right, we ended up with 5.
5, yes.
Okay, 5.
Okay, 5 potential candidates for hiring committee, or members of the public who would advise. So here it is.
public, sorry,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
5 candidates.
Yes, that's what yeah. Okay, so what we are doing now is, the hiring committee, which is the 5 of us, will meet and come up with questions that we submit to the applicants and ask for a written response. They will give those written responses to Grace, and she will number them, and then send them out to the hiring committee as well as the members of the public. We will ask them to rate the answers. We could do a matrix as well, if it help, I think if it's helpful. Okay, okay.
I would like there to be more soft skills on this matrix in the in-person.
In the in-person, for sure, but I'm talking about written, and it's that, you can get a sense, I mean, somewhat, but it's odd. But anyway, okay, I was going back to what was I saying? Okay, so then we would submit the written answers to the members of the public as well as the board, and then move forward with either interviewing all, or we could decide as the hiring committee if we had a, if we wanted to
Which
you know, just have, if there, maybe the written answers rule people out.
Right.
Grace, when you did the original matrix for this first process, didn't you ask for our input?
Me?
I mean, Corey.
Yes,
Sorry.
I did.
So,
I didn't get
if you
any.
had something specifically, Joni, that you wanted to see.
I put all the input I got
Yeah.
in there. And I drew the wording from the job description and our ad that we had, and so that was, yeah. Yes, exactly, that's open for any board input, and I think that, again, it's just to help a person rate these members against each other,
Okay.
so. Do you need?
I need to take this.
Okay. So then we will also ask the 4 members if they were willing to keep going as evaluating written answers. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. And what else?
So right now, what we need to do is, we need to set up a committee meeting.
Yes.
For the 5 of us to come up with questions.
Yes.
Then we'll do this, send out, get answers with the public members.
Yep.
And then we set up another meeting of the
Interview.
5 of us to decide who we interview, or
Oh,
Does Grace
I'm not
outreach
sure.
now to the 5 we've selected to say that we
yes,
will be,
sending out a written, yeah, would you?
send it, that we will be sending questions?
A written, yes, and then also would you ask then, even right now, to ask the members of the public if that's what they were happy doing, and then, yes, so I don't know if we would need I guess, the hiring committee would meet to decide if.
we'll come up with an agenda for our committee, our meeting.
Yeah, but but the second, Grace has said, most likely we'd need a second meeting to have somebody to actually pursue for the interview, to rank the people to pursue.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, it might.
The hiring committee
Probably have to have a
need to
few
meet.
meetings, but they won't be that long.
Yeah,
Yes.
Let's do it.
Yep.
yeah. The hiring committee would, after sending out the written answers and getting them back and hearing back from people, would need to meet to actually say who to go forward with still on an interview.
Right.
But that should be a brief meeting.
Right, it would just be like this, and a kind of just mostly that executive session, I would imagine. Okay, so,
And then we'll set up interviews.
Yep.
yes,
That'll be longer.
yes. Yeah, and then, so then we just need to work out a date and time, and I think we can do that, in email or doodle poll or whatever.
Oh, okay.
For meetings, yes?
So you don't like the idea of interviewing all 5 of these people, or
We don't know.
is the written response gonna dictate, if all of them are good,
I-
the written responses, you may interview all 5?
Correct, we don't
You don't have
know.
an idea of saying, we only wanna do 3?
No, we're open to that. We just wanted to allow for just a method of screening a little bit, but
My guess is that
it's gonna be 5.
it'll be 5.
Yeah.
And will you, so with this matrix that you were talking about,
Right.
are the candidates gonna come in kind of ranked according to the written thing, or is it?
I don't
They
think
get
so.
over one hurdle and then it's a kind of a brand new playing field?
I think we're using it for our own individual ranking.
It's mostly for our own individuals, yeah. So just to have that confidence that you're looking at somebody, you're evaluating them on the same things, yeah. Yeah, and we're not to that point where we would just do the numbers only.
Previously, you said who the community members were that were gonna give feedback. Can you do that tonight or not?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, we did just say that Grace was gonna ask if they were comfortable with the way that we're.
Do we need to vote on this? Because Sue, are you still objecting, or are you on board?
No, I just didn't want, I'm on board.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so it's,
I have my reasons for being on board.
yeah, no. So it's like, right, Joanne?
Then, yes.
Phoebe McChesney, Jennifer Sullivan, and
Mike Robinson.
Mike Robinson.
Yeah.
The people who have
You can,
expressed.
will you, one of you give me the names?
It'll be in the minutes.
Okay, yeah, read the minutes, or I can,
Or, yeah.
just kidding, I'm just kidding.
Just so I can.
I know, yes, you want to spell them? Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Thank you.
All right, is that, so we're,
I feel good about this. I'm gonna send those emails.
okay,
And Corey, can you send an email just to set up our next meeting?
yes. And then I guess I'd like a vote on this because I do have an action item for the approved hiring committee members. So I would take a motion to approve the hiring committee and members of the public as like amended or just discussed. Does that sound?
Sure.
Okay.
I make a motion to, to have the hiring committee be the entire board.
Yeah, we have done that, but then, yep, we have.
Okay, good. And we'll have 4 members of the community as
Advisory.
an advisory position to help us.
That's, yeah, and,
I'll second it.
okay, and the discussion is, I actually just read in the bylaws when I was looking for the hiring committee, if there was any guidance on that, but the chair appoints all committee members, so I think that we're good anyway, but,
Yes vote or no vote?
well, I vote, but I'm just saying that's like as a, to cover all the bases, but just so you guys know, the chair has the ability to appoint all committee members, as far as our bylaws are concerned. Okay, so all in favor of this?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? All right, motion carries. And I will send out an email to get our next hiring committee meeting on the books. How soon are we thinking? Does anybody, and do you have any known conflicts right now?
As soon as we can do it.
Yeah. And morning's not good for me, but,
Why is that?
I could, but I will, definitely, if that's all that works.
Next week would be great for me. The following week is not so great.
Okay.
I mean, I
We
could
can
work
do
it
this
around,
right
but-
now, couldn't we?
This meeting,
Or not?
I do want to go back to my, I have a whiteboard calendar, but hopefully next week most likely will be good for me.
The beginning of the week is better for me than the end of the week.
Yeah, probably the same. I mean, yeah. Morning or, time of day preferences?
Afternoon.
Next week is good for me anytime.
Afternoons.
I
Okay.
have a meeting on the 18th with Laura Siegel, and then I've got an appointment on the 20th, and then something at 5:30 in the morning on on Friday, but I don't think we're gonna be meeting at that time, so.
I hope not.
I like Tuesdays, just
I
throwing
know,
it
because
out
we do
there.
Tuesdays, it's,
But I'm pretty open.
What'd you say?
That week.
okay, well, Tuesdays, she said, and
Tuesday's
then, afternoon, so
Lauren,
like,
can you do Tuesday?
Joni, do you want to do it the same day as a meeting? Like,
Wait,
to
oh.
piggyback it, or would you prefer a different day?
I don't have.
All right, Tuesday is fine with me, the 19th,
okay,
and anytime. I like mornings.
well, she has, when I should have chair yoga until what time? Because I don't remember it. On Tuesdays.
all right.
I know, but it's like 12:30 or whatever.
12:30.
So we had a 1 o'clock meeting like a couple, while ago.
Oh,
Is that
does 1 o'clock work for you?
Yeah.
She said afternoon too, so.
Okay.
Okay, Tuesday, the 19th at 1. Okay.
And that will bring questions.
Coming up with questions, yep. The written questions. Okay.
Do you want us each to come up with like 3 questions or something when they will?
Sure.
Because
Yeah.
like, it'd be
Yeah.
good to have that
And,
ahead of time,
yeah.
to know what we're.
And I, like, maybe email them to each other just for reference.
Can we do
not
that
To talk
as-
about.
Yeah.
If we don't discuss, we can just, we can
Yeah,
send
and
out.
if anyone, I would love to have other people's ideas to riff off of. And
I like hearing, like having mine first and then getting the input, but that's, yeah.
Doing what?
Coming up with your own, so you know what's, like, what is, you're not exactly,
I like the idea of coming up with my own and then sort of seeing what other people come up with and see if,
Right.
you know, like, 'cause
And mine-
sometimes then I want to be like, oh, that's a good idea, but I want to add mine to
bounce
it,
off
sort
of that. Okay, yeah.
Or if something's too similar,
I
you could
don't
actually
always
make it.
think great on my feet in the meeting like this, so. Like to-
Okay, so email questions if you have, if you want, if you have them. Okay, so, okay, now we have, can we, already done with them?
Yeah.
Did we vote? I can't remember. Did we vote?
Yep.
Wait, okay. All right, so we're on to the library report, to the select board.
Yeah, I have just one other question. So as far as the rest of the timeline goes, that's going to be open. Is there a date by which you're aiming to make an offer?
Well, we had said we wanted to by the September meeting, but I think that, and then October would be like ours. But that, we kind of want to do it right and get everything, in place. So I think that we're more focused on doing it right than the actual deadline.
You can quote her on that.
Let's have this here.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
Can't write that fast.
We're more focused on doing it right. How about that?
Okay. So the October,
Well,
Rough-
like I
I
say,
mean, roughly.
I mean, we're just, yes, and we don't know, we're just kind of going, we're just pushing forward and we're motivated and we do want to do it as quickly as we can with that.
Okay.
Okay, so now the report to the select board. And I had Joni ask that we clarify with them again that the steps, can we move forward, or what can we do, right? Okay?
Yes.
And I would tell them that we have some candidates and we are moving forward with the hiring process.
Do you want to like pitch something about the windows again?
Oh, so,
Oh, we were going to maybe find out. if
oh, right,
there
the
was any
windows,
MERP
no, but also if there's a concern on their part, if there are any guidelines of construction, if it's necessary, then I don't know if they have to weigh in or not.
Or recommendations of persons
Right.
that they're comfortable working on the building with.
Okay,
Or maybe they have,
okay. And anything else? Oh, the
Lauren and
MERP,
I
I will
want-
tell you the MERP thing.
and I
Yep,
want-
yep,
It's okay to have 2 people.
yes, okay. And anything else? Book sale, I guess,
Well, we don't have like a real.
wait till the end. We think it was a good we have some rough numbers. Yeah?
That's what I told him last meeting.
Yeah, okay.
We'll just keep doing the
I was
same
at my, yes, I was, did a spur of the moment thing last Tuesday. Okay. Reflection on the operating norms. Where are we? I don't know if I put them away. Oh, you have them. Thanks. Okay. Focus on agenda topics. Yes. Be open-minded. I think so. Respect each other. Yes. Value different viewpoints. Yes. Be responsive and responsible to our community with reference to the strategic plan. Yes. Make decisions based on data and facts. Yes. Listen to each other. Yes. Be reflective. Yes. And run meetings that respect time, have concise agendas. I wonder about the concise. Mine are spelled out, but they're long, and are transparent, and I believe we are doing well on that. And any other reflection on those operating norms?
I have a question about audience behavior and any kind of, you know, if an audience is saying things that are disrespectful or degrading, like, you know, what is the accountability, or where does that lie?
Right, I think we had heard back about this, this might have been even before I was on the board, that the audience is the public, and we don't have, like, they don't reflect on us, which I actually did bring it up with the operating norms, I remember now. And it was like, you don't have control over them. I mean, I think if they're being really disruptive, then that would be something.
Okay, so even if they're cursing or, you know, saying, did you have something?
Yeah,
Robert's rule says that,
it's freedom of speech.
it's freedom, yeah, they're free to do
Even
as they
more
will.
But, I mean, I think that, like, it depends. If they're really aggressive, but we've been yelled at. You know, that's just how it is.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
We can, I believe that we can hold them to the library's policies.
Right.
So if we had policies in place that said that, that there's a standard of behavior for library patrons, we can hold them to that standard.
Right.
But we can't, if there's no policy in place, then it is carte blanche as they will.
So only if there's a library policy?
That was my understanding. So
Okay.
like, to which it's curious, because in the children's room, there is a posted policy of behavior.
Right.
So if we can hold them to that behavior.
I honestly wanted to bring that out into this room one time, like after some meetings. They were, yeah.
Yeah.
But that was, so is that an official policy, or is that just?
I'm not sure. I
Just
mean,
follow
it's written, and it's,
I don't know.
Well, anyway,
Drunken
it's
disorderly,
great to
it
know
depends.
about, you know, when we work on policies.
Right. So only if we have a library policy, standards of behavior. I mean, I think that, I would imagine we could
Well, you
incorporate
know, I
something.
think,
I mean, what if William is capturing it on the video audio? And there's, you know,
right.
cursing in the back row.
Well, that's something I guess we can look into if we, especially, yeah. So the library policy is just on behavior?
I just happen to have that right on top.
Oh.
It's not ours, but it's McCullough's. And so when we do get to some of this stuff, they've got some wonderful policies.
They sure do.
In North Bennington.
Yeah, they have most of the, like the examples are from them. No, these are code of behavior, okay. Yeah, well, we can talk about that, I suppose, when policies.
Hand it over here.
Sorry, I wanted her to see it too, though. I thought she wanted to see it.
I think I might have a copy of it, because
Yes.
I actually have a copy of the McCullough policies that you shared,
I think I gave
so I do have it,
Yeah,
so I'll look at it.
okay,
Since
yeah.
you're a public board, though, you wouldn't be more open to free speech and that sort of...
Yeah.
I mean, in other words, I take your point about the library, but I think
Yeah.
behavior in the library is one thing, but behavior before a public board
Right.
may be different. I just don't know.
But I think that when it comes to like, I think that there's a line that's drawn at like safety. And so it's like when that's an issue, if that became an issue, I think that feelings are not a safety issue. And so if it's just,
But like if somebody gets up out of their chair and yells at somebody, that's probably in one of those, you know, like how we would decide where the line is drawn. Yeah, that's kind of, I don't know, but I do think I was told that it was free speech. They're members of the public but there does have to be a line somewhere.
Ask William.
What? Do we have any other reflections on the operating norms and how we did?
I think we did really well. I just want to say that I feel like we worked through some stuff and we compromised well and we heard each other, and I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I agree.
Thought creatively, appreciate that phrase and others, so.
All right, thank you. Okay, any public comment? All right, our next meeting, regular meeting is September 9th at 6. I have a motion to adjourn.
I'll make the motion to adjourn.
Okay, second? Okay, any discussion? All in favor? We're adjourned. Woo. Aye.